Yes, Kenya. Tamu sana, yes, tamu sana. About 3 days ago, William Ruto was in Bungoma County. And there is an incident there that happened that a majority of Kenyans have actually been talking about. And some of you here have been sending me messages to do that analysis. During Ruto's Bungoma tour, he allegedly forgot to invite Mudavadi to address the residents. That was after he had invited a majority of the leaders who accompanied him to address the residents, but he forgot to invite Mudavadi to address the residents. And Kenyans have been speculating. Some believes that William Ruto deliberately refused to invite Mudavadi to address Bungoma residents, while some felt it was just a case of maybe William Ruto just forgetting to invite Mudavadi. So in this video, I want us to have a look at that short clip. It's a very short clip, after which, as usual, we are just going to dissect it to see the real motive why that exactly happened. Have a look at this video.
ANC Ford Kenya. Hebu niona wala wanasema tuweke Kenya mbele ya maslahi ya kila mtu. Basi asanteni sana. Tunawatakia baraka ya Mungu. Kongoi sing. Haya. Tuko na ndugu yetu. Sawa sawa. Kiongozi wetu Omwami Musalia Mudavadi.
Haya. Mount Elgon, hamjambo? Hamjambo? Sumesikia viongozi wa
Yes, that's William Ruto wrapping up his speech, only to be reminded that he had forgotten to invite Musalia Mudavadi, after which he invites Musalia Mudavadi to address those residents. What does that mean politically? Was it deliberate or just a case of William Ruto forgetting to invite Musalia Mudavadi? And you know we are in a game of politics, and I believe every move is well-timed and well-planned. Yes, what does that mean politically? And what does it show us about Ruto and Musalia Mudavadi? That's our analysis and discussion right now. So if in case you've just bumped here for the very first time, kindly subscribe, give this video a like. Thank you, God bless you, God bless Kenya. Yes. Having looked at that clip very carefully, and then having looked at the bigger picture of the personality who William Ruto actually is, and who Musalia Mudavadi actually is, whether it was deliberate or not, there are some two objectives, or rather two things coming out very, very clearly. And that's exactly what I want us to find out, to see exactly what is happening here. The first thing, William Ruto believes Musalia Mudavadi is a weak leader without a clout in Western, because they were in Bungoma on that day, an area that we should all perceive is Musalia Mudavadi's stronghold. That's one thing, and I'm going to explain that. Secondly, William Ruto has an exaggerated self-ego of himself. That's also something that comes out clearly watching at that short clip. These two things comes out very clearly, and I'm going to explain them in details for you to exactly understand what might have happened or transpired on that day. Let's start with the first issue. William Ruto believes Mudavadi is a weak leader without a clout at all in Western Kenya. I'm saying that because of this. William Ruto on that day was in Bungoma County, an area naturally we assume should be Musalia Mudavadi's stronghold. So in my considered opinion, Musalia Mudavadi ought to have been the one inviting the leaders to speak. But nonetheless, we saw William Ruto taking charge and inviting people or other leaders to speak. That should be a function that Musalia Mudavadi was the one to perform, if at all William Ruto believed Musalia Mudavadi was actually the ethnic kingpin of the Mulembe nation, and Bungoma being one such jurisdiction that Musalia Mudavadi should be controlling. And also to explain onto that, if you look at Bungoma County, out of the 9 constituencies, a majority of elected leaders there, members of parliament, even before Musalia Mudavadi joined William Ruto, a majority of leaders there in Bungoma County were already supporting William Ruto. In fact, Musalia joining William Ruto, in my considered opinion, in terms of leadership, elected members of parliament there is no leader there that maybe Musalia Mudavadi went with to William Ruto. A majority maybe deserted Musalia Mudavadi for the Azimio. Let's have a look at the elected leaders in Bungoma County for you to see clearly what I'm trying to say. Out of the 9 constituencies, currently we have about 7 leaders. Let me say about 6 leaders supporting William Ruto. And these 6 members of parliament supporting William Ruto, they were supporting Ruto even before Musalia Mudavadi joined William Ruto. We have Kabuchai, member of parliament, Kalasinga Majimbo, who was just recently elected through Ford Kenya. But actually it's believed all along he has been a William Ruto spy in Ford Kenya. And sometimes he just disclosed that he would support William Ruto, long even before Musalia and Wetangula joined William Ruto. So we have Kabuchai, member of parliament, Kalasinga Majimbo, supporting Ruto. We have Sirisia, John Waluke, supporting Ruto. We have Kimilili, Didmas Baraza, Ford Kenya elected, Didmas Baraza, supporting Ruto. We have Bumula, Mwambu Mabonga, was elected as independent, supporting Ruto. We have Webuye West, Dan Wanyama, was elected through Jubilee, supporting Ruto. And we have Mount Elgon MP, Fred Kaponi, also supporting Ruto. All these leaders have been openly supporting William Ruto, even before Musalia and Wetangula joined William Ruto. So out of the 9 members of parliament, you can see clearly that 6 already were supporting William Ruto, and 2 are supporting Azimio. Webuye East Alfred Sambu is still 50-50. So in my considered opinion, as William Ruto was touring Bungoma, he never gave too much thought to Musalia Mudavadi, because after all, he believes that Musalia Mudavadi never had any political clout maybe in Bungoma County. So that might have informed his forgetting to invite Musalia Mudavadi, or his deliberate attempt not to invite Musalia Mudavadi. That's one reason, ladies and gentlemen. And then secondly, William Ruto has got a self-exaggerated ego of himself. And I'm saying that because of this. Musalia and Wetangula having joined William Ruto, we expected William Ruto maybe to now change the way he plays his politics. Because initially, before these 2 leaders joined William Ruto, it's a given fact that there was nobody there who could be counted as a national leader or a principal there. All those were people that were just hanging on William Ruto's court, maybe to remain relevant in their respective regions, or maybe for some other personal gains. But upon Musalia Mudavadi and Moses Masika Wetangula joining William Ruto, even though they might not have a lot of political clout, at least William Ruto could have changed his politics a bit to make it appear as if there were some people, some principals who have actually joined him. But nonetheless, William Ruto seems not to have given that possibility too much thought. And this is simply because William Ruto has got some kind of self-exaggerated ego. He believes he's too much above any other person. He believes he's the best. He believes It's himself and him alone. He is the driver, he is the conductor, and he is actually the passenger. So William Ruto, even looking at his politics, not only on that day, his politics largely, from the way he has actually been talking, William Ruto has been trying to project himself as somebody who is too much overconfident about himself. He's too much overconfident. And that might have also informed why he might have forgotten to invite Musalia Mudavadi. Because now, William Ruto believes he's at the top. Now, having now addressed the residents, if he felt also that now nobody can address the residents after maybe had addressed those residents, an indication still that William Ruto still believes he's at the top. Nobody can match him. He has got that kind of self-inflated ego. And that also explains why William Ruto has in most occasions been coming out as arrogant, annoyed all kind of a person, and a leader who is very, very proud. And in my considered opinion, in order for you to lead, you must also accept to be led. William Ruto, in my considered opinion, is projecting himself as a leader who does not want to be led. He wants only to impose himself onto the people. I believe strongly, ladies and gentlemen, that those two reasons best explains why William Ruto might have forgotten or deliberately refused to invite Musalia Mudavadi to address those residents. In his considered opinion, he saw Musalia Mudavadi would add no value. So maybe he wanted again to test the ground, to actually see how the ground was actually going to react again. Otherwise, ladies and gentlemen, before I conclude, let me remind you that if in case you've just bumped here for the very first time and you have not subscribed so far, kindly subscribe, give this video a like. Give it a like, please. And to our fans, our subscribers in this YouTube channel, I'm very much humbled, very grateful for the kind of support you are constantly giving me here in this forum. And in case you have a topic or a video or a clip you want us to discuss here, you can share it with me and we shall have a look at it to see whether it's worth analyzing and discussing here. God bless you. God bless Kenya. Tamu sana, tamu sana, tamu.